Hiya, want to have a quick look around the allotment? I'll give you a little bit of a tour, come with me. So we're starting here next to the shed. We've got the beds here in front, right in front of the shed. We've got this mixed bed here that's doing all right here. It's got gladioli, turnips, chard, so there's rhubarb chard here and peppermint chard along the other edge. There's some dill in there, some onions that I've grown from seed. I've sown some more turnips in this bit today. They are the snowball turnips. Then behind that we've got a rather sad looking bed. But I did notice, some of it's starting to perk up. We've got the beans that I thought were dead for sure are actually, they're alive. So I'm just going to leave them there. And the tomatoes, they went all sad and brown like this. But I've noticed that even they want to flower, and this one's got a tiny little tomato on it already. So maybe this isn't going to be a complete failure. The Kalima beans, I think it is. Oh no, these are the Kalima beans. These are the Nautica beans. So it's the Nautica beans that some of the plants there have died out completely and some are hanging on in there. So I'm just going to see what happens with them for now. We've got this bed that we won't mention here. No, I'm going to try and get this one cleared this week because I've got kale that needs to go in this one. And I want to put a new net. These green nets here are quite old and I've got some new netting that needs to go on there. Then we've got this one with the shallots and the garlic in, which is all due to come out. The rust is going great guns. So that'll all come out this week as well. On the end though, where I cleared some of the garlic out the other day, I've put in a few bits. So I've sown some seeds. I've got some sort of short rows going along this way. So I've got some turnips, golden beetroot, I've got some radishes and some carrots, 3 different rows of carrots, and then another little row of radishes on the end. I put the radishes in sort of in between because I know that I can take those out and the other things will have a bit of extra space when they come out. The tomatoes, they went really sad, but actually I've noticed that they are perking up. They're starting to get more green growth on the top. Focus in properly there. I have lost at least one. This one here has definitely gone, so I need to bring something up to replace that. And there's a couple on the ends that are looking a little bit sad. This one especially, indigo cherry drops. I'm not sure if I've got another one of those. But yeah, I'll just see. I went round and tied them all in again this afternoon, just so that they're well supported. But I'm hoping that they're going to do well. Some of them have got flowers too. Then, would you believe it, the peas that never could or never would, a couple of them, this is the Rosa Crone, which is so pretty. Flowers are gorgeous. They have started to climb. So yeah, I'm going to leave these in. I've got another Rosa Crone at the end there. So I'm just going to leave them there. Behind that I've got lettuces, which I am using. So, and the borage is looking gorgeous behind there as well, just in the corner. all the beans died on this lovely arch, so I will try and plant some more out and see what else I've got that will go and climb up there. This bed also would like to get cleared this week. Made a little start. This is also shallots that need to come out this week as well. So I think it's going to be clearing mainly the next few days. This one's pretty clear, but it's got a bit of couch grass back again. Then the field beans. The field beans in the last few days have got an awful lot of rust, so they need to come out as well. And they've got some great pods on them now. There, you can see them there. So I will take these out now and take as many of the pods off as possible and use those. Potatoes are in there looking okay in their buckets. So that sort of brings us round to the second plot, really. I'll turn you around and show you what that looks like as a whole. It's hard to get the whole thing in, really, in one shot. But there you go. That's what it looks like at the moment. The rhubarb next to the compost is also looking pretty amazing. It's gone huge this year. So more rhubarb coming soon. So we've got this on the new plot. Graham and I put the bamboo canes in finally, and I've got some runner beans in the ground because the first lot never made it. They all got slugged. So some of these have started to climb already, but most of them aren't, so they're sort of tied in really, just to give them a bit of a helping hand. The flower beds are coming along as well. Not doing too bad. Just, yeah, hoping that we'll see some colour soon. Dahlias, lost a couple, but we've got some hanging in there. The same, these are harder to spot because they're a lot darker. The foliage is quite dark on a lot of these. So they're all just hanging in there. This bed here is still clear. I haven't planted this one yet, but we've got more rogue potatoes popping up. In fact, there's some in the pathway here as well. Calendula is looking amazing. There, look, my lovely flowers snapped off. There we go. Well, more will come. The lettuces on this side starting to bolt, so we are eating our way through those now. I think the sweet peas have had it, so I might actually put some climbing beans or maybe some more, like, you know, peas for eating along there. Next to that we've got the ochre, which I think is looking pretty good, you know. Looks pretty healthy. Some spring onions on the end there. They're also doing well now. All the potatoes. Now Tony from Simplified Gardening told me to come through and take off all the flowers from the main crop potatoes, which I did. But you'll see we've got more. I will put a link to his Instagram and YouTube as well, because he's just a mine of information. Now this side, this is what we call the squash patch, but it's got store and onions in here. It's got the fruit trees, so we've got a pear and a plum. And lots of lovely calendula coming up now. That's starting to look good. We needed a bit of a pop of colour. Then We lost so many squash plants, but they're starting to take off now. And we've even got a promise of a flower under there. So hopefully some of these squashes will start taking off. I bought this one and popped this one in yesterday. This is a little gem squash, which I've not grown before. And I have got a few more to go out as well. Broad beans, looking very sad, not doing a lot. But they also did, you know, they got attacked a lot by the wind. My little red currant bush there, doing quite well in the end. So yeah, things are starting to happen now. There's actually quite a nice bunch of bean pods there. We don't particularly like broad beans, but I like the flowers on the broad beans, so I just put them in because really. Someone always likes them, don't they? You can give them away. Then I've got this one here. I've not planted this. I think this is from the chickens because a lot of the compost on the squash patch came from my garden, and we've got chickens. And I think, you know, I put all their chicken manure in that composter, so I think this is a gift from the chickens. So yeah, that's about it on this side. I've got my ladybird rose nasturtiums starting to grow a bit now as well, and these are more rogue potatoes that I let stay. They are Cara, and some more calendula there, and gradually over the next few weeks I'm going to be working on this. Obviously this week I'm gonna work on clearing the beds on the other side, taking out all the plants that are sort of over with, and I want to sow a lot more root vegetables in those beds once they're cleared, and I've got kale to plant out. But yeah, this bed here I really want to start working on and getting more of that cleared, because I think the slug issue, it probably isn't helped by having that big tarp there. So yeah, it'd be nice to get rid of that. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me on a really quick sort of plot tour today, just to show you really what's happening in June this year. Very different year because of the wet weather, but we've had a couple of dry-ish days. It has rained a bit, and we're set to have another couple more dry-ish days, so I make sure to work a bit more on the allotment. But thank you so much for joining me today. It's bye bye for now, but I'll see you again soon.